Hey there, thanks for tuning in. I'm Kyle Brotherson, you're watching Dirt Bike Channel, and today we're going to be talking about goggles. I've got a bunch of goggles in here. I've got a whole plethora of goggles right here, but there's one specific one I want to talk about, and that is the Fox Air Defence Goggle. Stick around. You know, shopping for a new set of goggles can be a little bit overwhelming because there's so much out there. I've used so much in the past, everything from 100% to Fox to Troy Lee Designs to Fly Racing. Some of these are kids goggles, and you can spend you don't have to spend a ton on goggles. You can spend like, 15, 20, 30 bucks on goggles, and you kind of get the run-of-the-mill stuff, and that's what I do mostly for the kids. And for a long time, I was using the cheaper stuff, like the Fox. In the Fox line, I think it was like the Fox Main. It was called a Main goggle, and they were like 30 bucks. I think this is one of those. And one thing that you'll notice is all of those lenses, and they're removable. Basically, any lens is, but these lenses are flat. That's got a little bit of a curve to it because it's been in this for 3 years. But you can get replacement lenses for any of these cheap goggles, and they'll all be flat, and they're kind of flimsy, and sticking them back in is kind of a pain. I won't do that on camera. Well, let me show you one goggle that I really like. These are three of the main goggles that I use on a daily ride basis whenever I am riding. Not that I ever ride daily, but I've got a Fox Air Defense. There's a 100% goggle in here, and then there's a Climb goggle. I'll probably do reviews on all of those separately on their own, because those are kind of my favorite goggles. But these are among my favorite. These Fox Air Defense goggles are among the best goggles that I have used, the most comfortable and the best clarity. One of the reasons why that is because they do instead of having that flat, lens design that literally goes flat on the table, there's a little bit of curve to that because of the anyway, these are kind of injection molded, these Fox Air Defense goggles, and again, they're not super cheap. You're about $100, I think, is what I was paying for those. I'll have to roll that in. But the lenses are stronger, and they're polycarbonate injected plastic that is actually curved. So it's already curved to fit the shape of the goggle housing. I've got a couple of extra lenses here. And you can get them in different colors and things. Just a word on the different colors. This is like a smoke or I don't know, like a gray lens or whatever. These are really good if it's really bright outside. The problem is a lot of the times my rides end up going later into the day, and so I've always felt safer, better off using the clear lenses. Right now I end up having two of these smoke lenses, so I've got one of the smoke lenses in here. So if it's going to be super bright and I don't think I'm going to be late in the day and I'm not going to be in the trees, like if I'm going to be in the desert, I think the smoke lenses are really good. But again, if I'm just going to pick one lens to do it all, I choose the clear one, because the clear one isn't going to inhibit my vision so much when it does get late at night or in the shadows. So just a word on that. But these Fox Air Defense goggles are great. They have good ventilation and they're comfortable, They don't feel like they don't push me in any weird places. I don't get any strange pressure points, and they make a good seal on my head. Obviously they come in a lot of different colors, so you can get those, but the ventilation is good. But the injection molded polycarbonate lenses are very good. They're UVA and UVV protectant for those rays, and they're also they have a little bit of an anti-fog coating on them, which is kind of nice. They're not perfectly anti-fog, but they are pretty good. So if you can spend like a couple $100 on lenses, on goggles. This is kind of more of it's on the upper echelon of the lenses that I've ever bought. But you can spend a ton more on goggles if you want. So that's probably right now my favorite goggle that I have. And I'll talk about some of the other ones in future videos. But if you want to make the step up and get into something that's better than some of the, just the run-of-the-mill cheap stuff, I think you should take a look at that Fox, this Fox Air Defense Goggle, because it's about $100. So you're not going to be spending the $200 that you see on some of those really, really high-end ones. And then it's the lenses. The lenses are easy. They're very easy to change off these guys. So I think popping the lenses out on this, popping them out and back in with the Fox Air Defense. I'm trying not to scratch that. I think popping them in and out is just as easy, although I'm making it look like it's much harder on this guy as it is any of the other lenses. But just because the lens has already got a curved shape to it, I feel like when you go to put them back in, it's a little bit easier to do because it's already fitting. You know, it's already, if I can bring this up here, it's already fitting the form factor for the, you know, for the frame. So I think they're easier to put in. In fact, I'm going to leave that out because I need to clean that off and get that thing spiffy again. Anyway, that's the Fox Air Defense Goggles. Probably my favorite goggle to date that I have used. And if you're in the market for one, take a good hard look at these guys. So if you like what we're doing, please remember to like these videos, subscribe to the channel. Also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. I put a lot of stuff on there that never makes it to the, you know, pictures and different things that never makes it to the YouTube channel. You can kind of keep in touch with what we're doing there. If you want to support us, you can go to Patreon. I've got a Patreon page where you can make a pledge as low as $1 a month. So that would be helpful. If you want to contact me, there's a Contact Kyle page on my website, dirtbikechannel.com. You can put in your question there, and I actually do answer those emails. So it's so much harder for me to answer the emails or like the messages on social media, Facebook and YouTube and all that stuff. There's just too many of them. But if you go to my website and look me up that way, I will answer your questions. So anyway, that's pretty much it for today. Hope you guys are having an awesome one, and we'll catch you in the next video.